Back in Chicago for the 2012 Geico PBA Summer Shootout, Michael Jordan, the Hall of Famer, by which all basketball players measure themselves, is by all accounts a pretty good bowler, too. The GM of one of Chicago's bowling establishments said Jordan is the best celebrity bowler he has ever seen, and who would expect anything else from Michael Jordan? Back inside the Tin Pen Lounge. Go to PBA.com, sign up for Extra Frame. It's the PBA's online video service. You see hours of exclusive live coverage of senior, regional, and special events and interviews as well. Randy right now is down on the approach with one of our Group 3 competitors.
I'm with the Hall of Famer Brian Voss, and this guy is like a fine wine. He just gets better with age. And Brian, speaking of age, you're the oldest player in this competition. What are you going to do to bring it and show these young guys up?
Well, yeah, certainly experience has something to do with it. But I'll tell you what, I got two numbers in my mind right now. Forget my age, 53, 16, 14 and a half. That's where I think I need to stand on these. We got one shot on each lane. It's an educated guess, but, you know, I like this one-shot stuff. I like it. I like it.
Pretty good under pressure, aren't you?
Yes, I love it. I love it. Bring it on. Let's go.
Good luck, Brian.
All right. See you guys.
Brian, the Wiley Hall of Fame veteran from 900 Global in this group, along with Mike Fagan from track and Oscar Palermo from Team Storm. This should be a very exciting group here at the Geico PBA Summer Shootout. You see Fagan bowling with Mika Koivu-Niemi. And earlier this year in January, Fagan captured his first major title at the USBC Masters. He defeated Chris Barnes 246 to 213 in the finals. Fagan was the #2 seed in that competition. A huge win for Mike Fagan.
Yeah, baby!
He credited his ability to focus on the goal as his key to victory.
Things started getting better and better and better, and you know, they finally got to a point where I just was making good decisions at the right times, and you know, not confusing myself with bad decisions, or you know, having other people in my ear telling me what to do. And I was just kind of focused, you know, and the results really happened for me. So I'm very pleased.
Lon, I think what really turned it around for this guy is the confidence level.
His first ball in this group is a 9.
9 on that all day.
Lucky to get 9 here as well. Goes right through the nose. You see that big, high, long backswing. He's really worked on versatility. Always known for a guy that could hook it. Now going a lot straighter when he has to. And that time lucky to only leave the 4-pin.
I'm new to the sport, but I think the white belt might be hurting him, Randy.
I actually like the white belt.
All right. From Team Storm, Oscar Palermo bowling with Jason Belmonte and Pete Weber. Palermo also secured his first major title this season with a victory at the PBA World Championship, downing Ryan Schaefer in the final 203 to 177. That earned Palermo the Crystal Trophy, $50,000, and perhaps most importantly to Oscar, a hug from his young daughter Veronica. Nice win for Oscar.
Well, don't take your eyes off of this guy. He's a freak of nature. In fact, Sasquatch takes pictures of Oscar.
Another two-handed bowler, 2 on the Storm team. He goes Brooklyn, and he gets the strike.
And then turns around and slaps it off to the competitors. I love it. Check out the two-handed style. Doesn't use his thumb. A lot of speed and a lot of power.
So Fagan now on the bubble after throwing 9 in his attempt.
I get a bonus if I get a real strike.
Been a couple Brooklyn strikes and Voss rubbing it in.
And when you're a veteran, you don't want to see Brooklyns. And when you do, you're going to let them know you don't like that.
Voted into the Hall of Fame in 1994, Voss. With an old school style, he goes into the pocket and gets them all.
Old school style, old school strike.
What that does is eliminates Mike Fagan, who threw just a 9 ball.
Was Brian just waving goodbye to Mike Fagan?
I think he was.
This is called 10 in the pit, Lon. And the old cagey veteran, he liked that.
So Voss now will go heads up after that strike with Palermo, who struck also. Fagan on the sidelines now. One of these two will join Russell and Simonelli in the eliminator round final. Brooklyn strike for Palermo with his first, and this a little more conventional.
That ball went down the lane with some bad intentions. Brian trying to get himself psyched up.
This lane's a little tighter. Stand about 2 right.
This right lane has played tougher for all of the bowlers. Brian Voss needs a strike to stay in the competition. And Voss does not come through, leaving 2 pins out there, and he will be eliminated. Palermo will move on.
Well, you heard Brian Voss say how slick that right lane was, and he just proved it. Brian Voss out, this man moving on. When you have this much power coming at 10 pins, guess what? The pins have no chance. More to come here at the Geico PBA Summer Shootout. The Eliminator Round Final is next.
Inside the 10-pin bowling lounge in Chicago, getting ready for our finale. Here on the Geico Championship recap, here's how we got here in Group 1. Brian Kretzer threw an 8 out of the gate. He was eliminated. Jason Couch with a strike and a 9 count. Pretty good, but it was not going to match Ryan Simonelli, who went strike with that powerful southpaw delivery, and he moved on. Group number 2, Dan McClellan from Columbia 300 was an early victim. 8 and out. Phil O'Neill from Team Hammer, not much better, a 9 count. Then he missed the head pin, and he would take a seat on the sidelines as Ronnie Russell went Brooklyn to move through. In group number 3, the wily veteran Brian Voss started out with a strike, but then an 8 count would leave the door open for Osku Palermo. Randy's down now with our 3 finalists.
All right, we're down to 3. Osku, the biggest difference for you between the left and the right lane is what?
Well, the left lane is a lot more, but so far I've had 2 shots on it, so I'll tell you more later.
Which lane do you like best?
I struck on both sides, but Brooklyn on the left and Pocket on the right, but bad shot, so we'll see. I'll tell you later.
All right, thanks, Osku. Ronnie, what do you got to do to get it on the right side of the head pin?
I guess try to relax my hand and get it through it. I don't know. It's just the left lane's hooking a lot earlier than the right lane.
All right, Ronnie, good luck. Thanks. Ryan, the only southpaw left. How big of an advantage is that for you?
Well, it's only 1 shot, so I mean, fortunately, I was the only one to actually hit the pocket twice, so I feel pretty good. So hopefully, I make some more good shots and they fall down.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
All right, we are set for our finale. Big points at stake. 12 points for first, 8 for second, 7 for third place. And all these teams trying to collect points to earn an automatic seeding into the stepladder finals. Many more rounds to come. This first round at the Geico PBA Summer Shootout, we'll have Osku Palermo in the approach in our first final. Palermo from Team Storm with an 8 count.
And Lon, I got to be honest, I think the advantage goes to Ryan Simonelli as the only southpaw. He looks like he's got the cleanest reaction to the pocket. As you see right here, the two-handed style, no thumb, all that power of Osku produces a ball that hooks high and leaves the 3-6.
A lot of the bowlers seem still a little unsure with the lane conditions. So now Ronnie Russell, I think he'll be known as Brooklyn Ronnie Russell from here out, huh?
Well, unless you can get it to the right side of the head pin.
From Team DV8. Russell, the 32-year-old from Indiana. And he has found his groove. There's the strike.
Brooklyn, Lon. What Brooklyn?
No kidding.
This guy's really strong. He's got forearms and biceps that would make Popeye envious. And there's all that power and revolutions, and finally one that hits the 1-3 perfectly.
All right, so that sets up Ryan Simonelli, who knows nothing but strikes so far in this competition. From Team Brunswick. Simonelli is clean through 3 balls.
Yeah, and they all 3 have looked kind of like that. Watch this follow-through now. Ryan's got a couple different follow-throughs, one that goes a little bit to the inside part of his face and one that goes straight up. But the end result usually looks like that.
Boy, he is building confidence with every ball. So Palermo out now of the finals. His team earned 7 points. Russell and Simonelli onto their next ball. Russell this time leaves the 10.
Pretty good shot. He's hit the pocket 2 times in a row. This is just a little soft in turning the corner and leaving that half 10. See the 6-pin just kind of go to the sidewall and lay there flat into the channel.
He left the 10 and left the door open for Simonelli to win this first round. A strike would do it. And Simonelli is solid as always.
12 big points for Team Brunswick right there.
So Russell eliminated. Ryan Simonelli, the 26-year-old, the youngest in the competition, wins Eliminator round number 1.
You have a lot of friends when you're successful, don't you, Lon?
No
Look them all
kidding.
patting them on the back. See, that follow through went straight up to the ceiling. That ball hits the pins and just shreds the rack.
So maximum points for Team Brunswick, and so they are on top. Based on their finish order, the squads will try to secure a spot in the stepladder finals in the coming weeks in this PBA Summer Shootout. Randy's down with Ryan Simonelli.
Ryan Simonelli, you've been perfect thus far throughout this competition, nothing but strikes. How important is it for you and Team Brunswick to get off to this quick start?
It was always good to get off to a quick start. You know, they just announced the Player of the Year, so I know I wanted to get a little bit of the jitters off of Sean by getting a good start out there, so I'm glad I was able to do that.
You're starting to get used to this TV stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm starting to like it a lot, too.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So a strong effort from Brunswick's Ryan Simonelli as he cuts through this field with strike after strike. Coming up next, more of the 2012 Geico PBA Summer Shootout. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.